guys, and welcome back to another review. Hopefully this eyeliner review will go better than the one I did yesterday that just was epic fail on every level. But this one is from the ByMe X My Beauty brand. I think they've gone under because I tried to go to their website that's listed on the tube, www.mybeautybrand.com, and it literally just looks like a hub for like online game ads. So I was like, oh, yeah, pretty sure they went under. Tried to find them on social media, and it looks like other brands that are just using that name that aren't this brand. So I was like, that's unfortunate. It wasn't even this many years ago that like I got this in a beauty box, but it was so generic that I kind of just set it aside and didn't really think about it at all. Uh, but since I just decluttered an old black liquid liner, since it was so watery and looked like I'm trying to paint with watercolors, so it's time. It is more than time. Out it's going. It's like, well, in its place, I need another one, and this is the first one my hand hit, so we are gonna review it, and hopefully it's at least bare minimum decent. So, let's see here. I don't know anything like what the pricing looked like on this, since there is like virtually no record of this brand still existing online other than like images of some products. That's about it. It's like that. It's like that. So but like all of the beauty boxes sent these out. Pretty much if you subscribe to any of them, odds are pretty high you have at least one of these laying around. So I think at this point they just have all this old stock that they're trying to dump off of these. So some of them have sent them out more than once. I know I've gotten this twice from Allure, and I've gotten it from Ipsy. I think I even got it from BoxyCharm once. So I'm like, yep, hope it's good because I have a bunch of it. If it's not, I guess it'll be another thing to stick on the eBay. So, anyway, has a very nice fine felt tip on it. I'm pretty pleased with that. That makes me hopeful. So, using the tippy tip, we've got okay. It's got a little bit of flex to it without being like really wobbly where you have no control over it. But you do get a nice pigmented black line and everything. And obviously, if you use the side, you're just gonna roll. So, I mean, I don't want to make a total disaster area of my hand. Finish wise on it as it's drying down, it looks like it has a slight shine to it, but it's hard to tell. Does it just need to dry more first or not? So, we'll come back to that. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting this bad boy on. Again, we are not here to judge the application, we are here to judge the product. So, I am getting a bit of feathering with this, which is not great, and I don't really have that problem with liquid liners typically, so I'm like, what is going on here? Which tells me there must be a good amount of water base in it to where it really just wants to spread out like that. But it's okay, we can work with it. But it does make me nervous it's gonna smudge like a beast with like the tiniest bit of sweat or anything. And while it is gonna cool down considerably from yesterday, it's still gonna be like 80, so I'm like, let's maybe try to be a little careful. Trying to get a decent little flick here, but it's not wanting to cooperate super great. Because, like, one part is just, like, coming through patchy. And then, like, before it, it's just, like, going all over. So I'm like, oh, okay. Part of that might be me, but part of it is also definitely the product itself. Okay, I'm trying to hold my eye open during this, but boy, I'm really needing to blink, like, badly. Huh. Very strange. Very strange indeed. No, I smudged the shit out of it. No. That's on me, though, not on the product. But I am still trying to get that little wingtip nice. But it's really. The edges on this are very weird, and I don't know what's going on here. Like, we're kind of 2 for 2 on things not hitting super great in the eyeliner department lately, so I'm like, ugh. I've used others that I've already reviewed. I'm just like using them like for normal, and they've been fine. Okay, got a low battery notification. That was plugged in here, but maybe not. I'll double check that in a minute, but anyway. So, I mean, you can get a cat eye out of it, but it's flaking like a bitch, and I don't understand. That's really weird. But, yeah, the one on the hand dried down. It's pretty good at not smudging. But if I lick my finger, will it? Oh, yeah, it is not waterproof. Not waterproof, my friends. So be aware of how and when you wear this. But it does have like that kind of vinyl-esque plastic dry down to it, if you know what I mean. So if you try to like go in and fill in any areas once it's dry, that's where the flaking is happening. It's like, oh, okay. Cool. I'm trying to like fix those weird feathered edges, but all it wants to do is flake. So I might just leave it the actual hell alone and show you what I'm talking about. Like, it doesn't look terrible. It's better than yesterday's anyway, but not crazy great. And yeah, I know it's not all the way down to the lash line. I'm fine with that. Given the flaky, I'm like, actually, I'll just leave it the hell alone. It's fine. But anyway, it's nice and pigmented though, so I'm happy for that. But yeah, before I continue, let me just double check and make sure that all the wires are in fact plugged in here. So weird. It's got the little lightning bolt on the battery, but it's still going down. So I'll try and go quick so it doesn't die because I've got 18% and it's dropping fast. So, alright, going on in on the other side. Doing this lefty, ain't it? Nope, we're not gonna do that. I was like, maybe I'll do it lefty, and I was like, no, do not do that. It will be real bad. Even reaching across, it's still real bad. Because it is not going. Ah! Stab myself in the eye where I want it to. That was not cool. Even though it's only a little felt tip, it doesn't feel great if you stab yourself in the eye with it. You know, it's funny. I saw one blog post refer to this brand as like the Avon of influencer brands. Um, yeah, or of Gen X or Gen Z or whatever the hell it is. The way that it's coming through kind of watery like this, it's funny that they should compare it to Avon since the one I just decluttered for being freaking watery like a watercolor was an Avon one. So I'm like, they're not wrong. It kind of is, in fact, like the Avon of Gen Z. But not for the reasons they want it to be. This is not going to be even at all, I can tell. Yeah, not even close. What if I elongate it just a little? Oh, and it doesn't want to stay with the tip. No. No. Well, like, it's never gonna be equal. We've established that, but like, fuck. Made it worse. It's not cute, guys. Ah, Jesus. I don't know why that tip doesn't really want to do its one job. But like, straight up, I guess because of that flexiness on it, I take back what I said, because I'm looking at it, and actually it does go well, a lot more than I thought it was when I first tested it, so I'm like, oh. I think that is a big part of the problem, is that it's too bendy. Because when they're too bendy, this is exactly what happens when it comes to trying to get like the fine points or anything, or just fine lines. Anything at all like that. And yeah, I don't know. This is not great. This is really not great. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've used. It's definitely not as bad as the one from yesterday, but it's also definitely not the best either, or even close to it. I mean, it is black liner. Given how much it smudges with like even the tiniest bit of moisture, I am not going to do my lower lids because I was thinking, oh, well, maybe I could kind of save it if I do that. But not with this. I'll be a raccoon in an hour. Like, no, we're not going to do that. So I guess this is the look, the very uneven look. But that is not the fault of it entirely, just the tips not being able to define points reliably kinda is. Because it's a little too bendy. If it had a little more firmness in the nib, I think it would help, but because it doesn't, it's kind of problematic. So yeah, I think I would rate this like, especially without knowing the price point, it's really hard to fully gauge how I feel, since I don't know if they were charging like a stupid amount for something that performs like this, but just going purely off of it kind of being weird with the flaking, with the wobbly tip on it, with it not being consistent in what it's laying down. I think I'm gonna give it like a 2 out of 5. It's not great. It's not great. Like, if you are in a pinch and it is the only liquid black liner you have at your disposal, it's better than nothing. I will grant you that. It is better than nothing. But if you have any other black liner basically at all at your disposal you could use instead, I would do that. I would do that. So I think my dupes I have of this, I'm just going to quietly offload onto eBay, since I don't think I need more than one of this guy. It's not great. It's just not my thing. So anyway, that is it for this one, guys. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload, leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.